Okay, I want to do a little recap of this month of April because it has been very wild. It has been super transformative. Breakthroughs, downloads, plot twists, changes in the plan, change in what you find important and what you value, what you place value in. It has been a very wild month. And so I want to talk about that energy that we're moving through right now after this last Scorpio full moon that we had. And we're moving into May here in a few days, and that energy throughout May is quite different than what we experienced in April. And so I want to talk about what you could be experiencing. And I also want to preface it with each person has their own individual birth chart, right? So you and me, we're all experiencing different transits. Where the planets are at in the sky right now are interacting with each of our charts in a different way. So some people can really be going through it right now. Other people can be feeling really good, whatever. There's, it's a mixed bag of energy because where the planets are at in the sky are always interacting with our personal birth chart. And so that's just another layer to what is going on at any given time. So the layers that I want to talk about now is the transits that are in the sky, the things that we've all moved through collectively together throughout this month of April. And so to just kind of speak to what the energy feels like. So it feels a little strange. It feels like we have moved through a lot throughout April, right? We've moved through eclipse season. Eclipses are fated happenings. It's plot twists, it's changes. It's going to also have like a 6-month unfolding of the energy. And then we also experience Uranus and Jupiter together. They're still up there. They're still together, 1 degree apart. They're starting to slowly move apart now, but this conjunction has been so powerful and so impactful for all of us. It happens every 14 years. And so what it feels like, that we've moved through this month is a reconnecting to what's important to us, to who we are, to who we want to be, the direction that we want to go in, what we place value in. Taurus energy is very much connected to, our belief in ourselves and our self-confidence and what we value, what we, spend our time, our money, our resources, our energy on. It's how we share our gifts with the world. So there could have been a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of realizations, a lot of clarity that's come through at different points throughout the month. With the Uranus energy, it can also feel quite destabilizing. It can feel like the rug's been pulled out from under you, or it can, give you a sudden realization, a sudden download, a sudden aha moment in regards to what it is that you need to do differently, how you need to change your life, how you need to live in a new way. And this could have been and could still be quite shocking to even you. You could be shocking yourself with what it is that you're wanting now or how you're wanting to live, or it's like the pieces are starting to come together, because Mercury has recently gone direct. And so now the forward momentum is coming. Now the clarity is coming through. Now we're putting all the pieces together. But it's like, it's something completely new and different. Either we're showing up in a new way with ourselves, with how we speak to ourselves, with how we think about ourselves. Maybe it's within relationships. Maybe it's within our work. Maybe it's with our place of living. It can show up in a different area of your life, and you're going to want to have a relationship with your chart to understand what house it's happening in, so you can understand what area of your life is being affected. But I think for all of us, after this Scorpio full moon that we just had, that brought a lot of stuff up to the surface, and if you're not feeling anything at this time, I would really encourage you to spend a lot of time alone, to let go of some of the distractions. It's hard to process things when we're just busy, like running from one thing to the next and not giving ourselves time to sit and to be with ourselves and to process. When there's so many distractions or there's so much going on, you can't really reflect. You can't really tease these things up to the surface that want to be brought up into our awareness with this Scorpio full moon Pluto challenging the full moon, there was a lot of like shadow material that is slowly coming up to the surface. And so we get to look at, ourselves in this process, how we sit with this material, how we make time and space to tend to our inner world, and how we treat ourselves and how we respond to the emotions or the heaviness or the intensity that could be coming up, with that Scorpio full moon. And the energy continues to unfold. It's not just like it happens in 1 second. The exact full moon does happen at a certain time, but the energy continues to unfold. It's a slow build up and it's a slow unfolding. It's not just like one and done and the energy's gone. It's a continuous processing of the energy. So this last Scorpio full moon and the energy that is slowly unfolding still could have stirred up a lot of things within you, emotionally and psychologically. And this energy could be connected to your safety in the world, your survival mechanisms, your ability to believe in yourself, to trust yourself, to know that you are safe, to be aware of any kinds of triggers or threats, whether they're actually real or imagined, or they're projections of past trauma, things that you think are maybe threatening you now, but it's actually something that's, ruminating from the past. So this is some of the themes that we could be dealing with, that Scorpio energy that ultimately wants you to connect with your personal power. It wants you to evolve. It wants you to transform. It is the only sign that rules transformation and evolution of the soul at all costs. So that is the goal with this Scorpio energy, to connect you with your personal power, to believe in your innate strength and confidence that you carry with you. So along with these themes being stirred up, we are currently moving through, you can see here, Neptune and Mars are together in the sign of Pisces. So this can show up in a lot of different ways as well. This energy can show up feeling really tired or, exhausted. You can feel drained. You can feel a little unsure of the direction that you're moving in, because Mars is how you take action and how you move forward in the world. And Neptune can make things a little confusing or a little foggy, a little fuzzy, a little unclear. And the goal with Neptune, what it points us towards is a greater connection with ourselves, a deeper connection with our intuition, with source, with spirit, with whatever word you want to put to it, with the universe, but it's believing in something greater. So it's not the best time for pushing forward and jumping into something new. It's more looking at or maybe feeling into, Neptune, this is all in Pisces, right? So the Piscean energy is more about an inner feeling, an inner knowing, and being led from that space. So as always, there's a lot of different things going on in the sky. There's a lot of different energies that are going on, but we have reached the end of this month, of this powerful, wild, transformative month of April. And we're now kind of integrating, all the things that have been brought up into our awareness throughout this past month, whatever downloads, realizations, change in course, course corrections that have taken place for you. Now is kind of the time where we're trying to make sense of it all, and we're trying to integrate it all and trying to put all the pieces together and understand, what that means for our lives moving forward, what our life is going to look like moving forward, what we want it to look like, where we want to direct our energy based on these new realizations that we've had about ourselves and about who we are now, who we're growing into. So I hope this is helpful in working with the current energy and kind of understanding what we've moved throughout this last month, and how we can, move forward and kind of accept where we're at and work to process and integrate all the realizations that we've come to. And as always, I'm available for astrology readings if you're interested in getting a personalized reading for yourself and understanding where these transits are showing up in your chart. You can reach out to me. The link is in my bio.